Is an introduction really necessary for someone we all know so well?
Boom! Welcome back to another show from Two Balls Anya. Today's one of them days. I didn't find out the best of news, but I mean, I guess it could be worse than not finding out that what needs to be done. So let's backtrack. August 27th, 2022. I was out and about with my family, my mother-in-law. Fuck this thing going. My wife. Was having chest pain. Like I was always having. I went to the doctors and everything, and nothing's wrong. So it was like 5:30 or 6 o'clock somewhere at that time. I was like, I'm just gonna go home. And my wife's like, okay, well, we're gonna grab the food and go. We'll meet you at the house. So I'm at the house, trying to remember everything. I'm at the house. I remember being curled up on the bed, and my wife saying, um, if you don't get the fuck out of the bed, I'm calling 911. You're either going to get in the car or they're coming here. So, long story short, I got in the car. And then, for not many people know, but going down Randall Boulevard is quite of a fucking stretch. And I was in the worst pain you can imagine, with the chest and the burning. And not many people really heard my stories, but it felt like a volcano was erupting inside. So, we're driving down Randall. We're going to meet the ambulance at the fire station. And all I remember was getting out and then collapsing on the ground, getting put on the stretcher, ripping the shit off of me, and then they poked me with something. They stuck me with something, maybe to calm me the fuck down. I don't know. But I just remember saying, "What was that?" And then that's when I first coded. And for not many people know, but coded means dying, in short words. So when I coded the first time, they shocked me right there. Boom. And I remember waking up. And that shit hurt. Um, so when they first shocked me, my initial response was, because when I was, I don't know, I was hallucinating so bad. It looked like somebody shot me with a shotgun. And I looked down and I'm like, who fucking shot me? I'm yelling at the med people. I'm like, yo, somebody fucking shot me. I looked like I was hallucinating. It was the worst pain I've ever been in. So long story short, I suffered a massive, what they call as a widowmaker heart attack, on August 27th of 2022. I coded 6 more times at the hospital throughout the night and the next day. They had to take 20 fluid ounces of, 20 ounces of fluid out of my lungs. I couldn't breathe. Had to go through throat surgeries because the tubes that they used was wrong. So it scratched my trachea up and it caused scar tissue. So my throat went from like a hole like this to like a dime size. It's better now. I've got a great doctor in Tampa, so thank God. But today, the reason why I give, a little insight of that story we'll get back into that, the heart attack story. But today, I got a phone call from the doctors after my testing last week and stuff. So I have a little blockage somewhere, and I think it's still from because I haven't felt right since after my heart attack. I mean, I felt a lot better, but I still felt like I couldn't perform as what I used to. Obviously, my heart's not where it's at, but um, I gained weight because I'm scared to do anything, you know, because when I was running when I had my heart attack, that piece of plaque broke off and clogged my left coronary artery. That's what the doctor said. So a piece of plaque broke off while I was running. So I'm just nervous in general to do anything. Plus, I'd feel that tension. So I got a call today, and I know why I'm feeling tension, but I'm hoping it's just still from the past, and it's just going to open it up, and we're going to put in a new stent. I need a lot of prayers. I'm not one, to look for handouts and shit. I'm just blessed. I got a great family. I think about my kids, stuff like that. But yeah, that's, I mean, it's not good news and it ain't bad news because I'm glad they found it now. So, we take care of it. And then I can start getting my ass in shape. uh, but yeah, it's just weighing in on me. I'm a little depressed at the moment, but obviously that happens. You know, still love my life. I still love my family. We're here to go through the ups and downs. And if it was so easy, I don't know. I don't even know what to classify it to. But yeah, other than that, I just tell people to thank God and, wherever you believe in. Tomorrow's not promised, man. Neither is today, really. I could drive right now. Boom. But for the most part, I've been blessed. I lived a great life. I got great kids. I'm getting gray. She's getting crazy. I got wonderful parents, took care of me all my life, still do. I got parents who still help me out to this day, with everything that's going on. But yeah, I look forward to keep these things going, these little episodes, and I want to keep them going when I'm actually in the studio. Just right now, I had something on my mind, and I obviously just got the call, so I'm gonna kind of get it off my chest. At least I'm not boo-hooing it like I kind of was earlier. But every man cries. I don't want to hear it. It's mainly just because of my family. Yeah, I love being here. I think about my kids. My wife. Uh, I love my job. Love being with the crew that I'm with. Yeah. But God has plans for everybody, and as you can tell, I'm preaching because I seen some stuff when I was down under. That's another time too. I've seen a lot of things when I was DED, dead. uh, I've seen, the other side. You don't have to believe me. I don't care. Maybe I was dreaming, not, but I was dead, and I remember being asked certain questions, whether I deserved to be here or not, and then me giving a certain answer, And then me waking up, my stepdad's right here next to me, and they're pulling tubes out of my throat. Because I was in a coma for a month, so I just pray that this procedure goes quick. It's November 14th. Keep me in your prayers. Stay faithful. Stay loving. Stay positive. And if you got haters, they didn't know you're winning. Shout out to my boy Chad for that. He always used to tell me, if you ain't got haters, then you ain't winning. So if people hating, we winning. Chad's words, shout out to you, baby. All right. Well, I'm actually sitting in here with the green screen on in the Walmart parking lot talking shit. But I'm signing out. This is Two Balls on You. Holla at your boy. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to the Two Balls on You podcast, where everything gets wild, nasty, and, a little crazy sometimes. Tune in to the next show. We'll see you there. Two Balls, baby.